The Truth Girls.
Hi everyone, Truther Girl Sonia here. Well, I put up a video called Oil Pulling Healed My Teeth, and a lot of people were asking me how I did the oil pulling, because what I said in the video was that I had this experience where I used oil pulling while waiting for my dental appointment where I was supposed to get root canals, and by the time I got there my teeth had somehow improved. I didn't need the root canals. It is now, well, more than 6 months later. I mean, it's going to be like a year. It's like 9 months later now. My teeth are still there. None of them have been pulled or root canaled. I guess it worked. Okay, so what is oil pulling? It's an ancient Indian, like from India, technique where you use oil to clean your mouth. And the thing with the oil is it can really get in there in like all the crevices and cracks, and actually your teeth have like these little tubules in them where saliva passes in and out, and that's how the saliva cleans your teeth. Some people have a very strong parotid system, like parotid being the saliva gland. So for some people this system works well and they produce a lot of saliva that like cleans in and out their teeth. Something like that. I'm not a dentist, but this is what I read. And some people, it doesn't work as well. The ones that it works really well, they can be like immune to cavities. And other people, the teeth don't clean themselves as well. Something like that. So I may not understand everything, but I did manage to get this to work. So let me tell you how I did it. So the oil, I guess, is working in this way. You're just putting it in your mouth, and coconut oil too, if you get on your skin, it's great moisturizer. Waste not, want not. So this oil, okay, when you put it in your mouth and the way you swirl it around, it gets in there and it pulls all the dirt out. So what you do is you take, I mean, I've heard different people say different things. I've heard some people say like a whole tablespoon. I've heard other people say half a teaspoon. I find that this is plenty, actually, like not even a whole teaspoon, because as you're doing this, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be swirling around your mouth for like 20 minutes, and a lot of saliva is going to be produced, and so this is going to be mixed with that saliva. Sorry, I know it sounds gross, but this is how it works. And your mouth is going to be full, so I would not put a whole tablespoon in there. I don't even see what the point would be, because this is going to do the same job. So you take out like a half a teaspoon of oil. I like to use this. Coconut oil. Yeah, I left it near the stove and it melted, but the coconut oil is still good. And so on top of this, what I do is I put a little bit of essential oils. Like oregano is the one I like the best. I just put 1 drop of oregano oil in here because this is really antibacterial. And another candidate is mint. Sometimes when I was really desperate, I put both of them. Hasn't killed me yet. Okay, so you take your coconut oil, or you can also use sesame, and you put a drop of whatever essential oil if you want to. And then you put this in your mouth and you just chew it until it's liquid. And then you push it back and forth from one side to the other, like if you were rinsing with Listerine or something. You just kind of chew it and swish it around, and you just keep doing this, make it go all around your mouth for like 20 minutes. Swishing oil around your mouth for 20 minutes is extremely boring. So I would recommend making some very silly faces to pass the time. Now the whole time you're doing this, it's apparently important not to swallow it, because as this is going through your mouth, it removes toxins, bacteria, whatever. Now look, this is what they say, and this is how I'm going to do it, because I may not be a dentist, but if that's what the Indians said and they've been doing it for 5,000 years, I'm not going to be the one not to listen to them and start swallowing this. Who knows what could happen? So you swirl it around your mouth and you don't swallow it. If you have too much, I guess you have to spit some of it out. Make sure you're really pulling it through your teeth, and you should hear a squishing sound. And then when you're done, you spit it out, and then you brush your teeth. And they say you should have a separate toothbrush for after you did oil pulling. I mean, this is just working on the principle, I guess, that whatever you pull out of your teeth is gross, and you don't want to contaminate your regular toothbrush with it. Okay, so here's my experience with it. you know, you read stuff online that you have to do this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Forget it. First thing in the morning, I'm no mood to do anything like this. I need coffee, or I'm not even fully human. So, and I have no brain in my head, so as if I'm even going to remember to pull oil first thing in the morning. Forget about it. So what I did was I just pulled it when I could. And I guess that works okay because my teeth are still here. So I did it once in the morning and like once later in the evening. I guess there might be different schools of thought on whether you should brush your teeth first or you shouldn't. I don't think it really makes such a huge difference, personally. I mean, you know, you read these things and there's always like a perfect way to do it. But then in practice, sometimes doing it perfectly is just a huge hassle and you end up not doing it. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life. I can't always work around my oil pulling schedule. So I just did the best I could. And it seems to have worked anyway. So that's it. That's how I did my oil pulling. That helped my teeth. And I hope this information is useful to you. So thanks for liking and sharing this video. And thanks for listening to me. And I'll see you next time.